Ask and ye shall receive. Everybody wanted more photos and video of this vehicle, so here it is. I haven't even had a chance to polish it yet, so forgive me if there's a couple crumbs here or there. This is a 1998 Daihatsu Opti Aerodown Beex, B-E-E-X, turbocharged. This is a front engine, front wheel drive configuration. It's got a 3-cylinder, 660cc turbocharged, intercooled engine. This is a hoot to look at, to drive. There's just nothing else like this in the States. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if there are any more of these in the States yet, but I'm assuming that once people see this at a car show that you will be bringing it to, they're going to want to buy one as well. This particular model happens to feature an aftermarket catback exhaust, stainless steel. The underside has little to no rust at all. The paint is about, I don't know, I would give it, we're gonna say 8.7, because there are just a couple little imperfections on it. There's some swirls that can be polished out, but there's a little chip right there. There's a little chip on the front right here. Speaking of the, oh, I'm sorry, just a couple bubbles here right outside the scoop, but you know, from just a few feet away, this car is simply drop dead gorgeous. I'm sure you agree, that's why you're looking at it. The front grille reminds me of my 99 Nissan Stagio with the high beams in the grille there. It also is kind of reminds me of a Subaru Bug-Eye WRX when those first landed in the United States in 2002. Everybody had to have one because we finally had that turbocharged all-wheel drive Subaru. Now, this is not a Subaru, it is a Daihatsu, like I said, and this is a front engine, front drive configuration with the 3-cylinder intercooled turbocharged engine. We can pop the hood and go take a look at that. There you go. Again, the car hasn't been cleaned or detailed yet, so you have to forgive me if you see a little bit of dirt in places like this, but you know, it's bringing it to you straight. So, battery was replaced at 86,000 kilometers. There's your top mount intercooler there. Little air filter box, isn't that cute? Everything in here is micro. You can't see the turbocharger under the heat shield here, but if you could, it's probably about half the size of my hand. Kind of cool. We'll go ahead and put the hood down here. There you go. We'll walk around, take a tour of the inside of the vehicle. Now, I'm over 6 feet tall and I fit comfortably in the driver's position with the seat all the way back. If you have children, they're going to need to be young. If you want them in the car behind you, not a ton of leg room. Again, this is a K-Class vehicle, so it saves on space, but it's super big on style, okay? The seats back there are perfectly fine though. Say if you're sub 6 feet tall, you'd be a little bit further towards the steering wheel, and then anybody can fit in the back, including other adults. You have a pair of nice cloth bucket seats in the front here. You got a 3-spoke steering wheel. Horn works. Wow, that's so funny. We're gonna do it again. Ready? that's just good fun. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Here's a cold start. The exhaust is very subdued, very quiet, which is something I'm okay with. So this vehicle has 133,000 kilometers on it, not miles, kilometers. You can see there the temperature's cold. We're almost out of fuel. I'm surprised the fuel light's not on. We're gonna have to add some high test to this. I only run 94 octane in the turbocharged vehicle. So this car features a 4-speed automatic transmission. I'm sorry, it doesn't come with a radio, but it wouldn't matter anyway because the JDM radios don't get the stations that we do here. The bandwidth is a lot lower, so you wouldn't be listening to anything anyway. The previous owner probably, well, at least they were kind enough to leave the radio harness in there to plug in a new aftermarket double DIN unit for you. It does have the the ETC, the electronic toll collection system. This speaks randomly when it feels like it. I'm not entirely sure when or why, but it's talked a couple times and it is highly amusing. Let's see, in the glove box here, as we call it in the States, it does come with the owner's manual, Opti, Daihatsu. Okay, we'll close that up. You know what's cool? The fabric in the middle of the seats, it's got this crosshatch pattern, and so do the door cards, but from far away it kind of looks like carbon fiber if you just glance at it. It's very interesting. Visors. You don't get a mirror, but that's okay. You're going to be looking at the road, not at yourself, right? We'll walk around once more and then we'll take it for a drive. Like I said, that exhaust is very mild. At idle, you can barely hear it. Even under load, I'm not even sure it's that loud. I didn't know it had it other than looking at it, so very respectable, not going to annoy any neighbors, unlike all your buddies with their V8 Dodge Chargers and Challengers. They can laugh all they want, but everybody has one of those. How many people have one of these? I do, and you might when you buy this one. All right. Pop in and wheel it around the block, shall we? Give it a little rev. 8,500 RPM red line. Seatbelt, safety first. 8,500 RPM red line. That is just delicious. We'll go ahead and turn this around. Uh-oh. There you go. The toll collection lady decided to speak. I don't know, it's just hilarious. We're gonna make a K-turn here in our K car. How about that? I guess we didn't pay the toll. It's still asking for money. Alright. Hey, I mean, it's all part of the JDM experience, you know? You get what you get. There we go. Don't forget, blinkers are on the right in these cars. A lot of people flip the windshield wipers when they're driving them. Wow. Transmission shifts mighty fast. Smooth. Very, very smooth. I'm not down on the accelerator. I'm just barely touching it, and you know, it's getting up and going. This car would hold its own on the back roads and most likely do just fine on the highway as well. If a bit high revving, I don't think it would have an issue keeping up with traffic as it is turbocharged. So let's see. Step on it. Yeah, it feels good. It feels healthy. It sounds good. I don't hear any odd sounds. I don't hear any rattles, bumps, or squeaks that I should not. The steering wheel is nice and straight in line with the wheels going forwards. And oh, hello neighbor. Okay, almost back to the driveway here. Woo! Nice little pickup. Kind of gives you little butterflies there for a second if you're not used to the turbocharger. Very, very cool. Let's put the other side in the sunshine, shall we? And get a better look at the side that was in the shade just a moment ago. Alright, so we're idling, there we go, we're idling about 800 RPMs, I would say. Now, you got to expect there is going to be some cost cutting with these vehicles. The only thing I can tell you is that it does have a little bit of a, you know, not a rough idle, but if you're not used to firm motor mounts or maybe even worn out motor mounts, that might frighten you, but it's not an issue. We'll go ahead and open that up now that we've driven it. Sounds great. It really does sound great. This thing is just purring. The valve lash is definitely within spec because I don't hear any valve train noise or anything. I mean, you really can't ask for more. Let's see. Hopefully we don't splash oil everywhere here, but yep. Making sure our oil's making it to the top of the engine there, and it is. Go ahead and put that down so you can get your other side profile view. Haven't polished the car yet, like I said, so there's a couple drip marks that need to be polished, some swirls you might want to get rid of, but all in all it shows very nicely as is. See if we could set the camera down and I'll give you an outside rev. I haven't done that with any of the vehicles yet, so we'll give this one a try. Just a little bit of turbo sound there. I'm sure if you added a blow-off valve or even vented, if there's a recirculating blow-off valve on there, you'd get a whole lot more sound out of that. It would be a whole lot of fun. So, passenger rear door panel there and seating area. Everything's in great shape inside of here. The carpeted floor mats are cool with their design on them. Passenger door panel, very nice. There's not too much edge wear on the seats either. They look really good, you know, for their vintage. They're showing very well indeed. So there you have it, 1998 Daihatsu Opti Aerodown Beex. I just love this thing. I don't know how I'm gonna let it go. More than likely I'll end up with another one just because it's just too cool, man.